Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Fuck you, trolls. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Tails gets trolled. Fuck you, trolls.
Hello, welcome to Tails Gets Podcast, the first and, to my knowledge, only Tails Gets Trolled podcast on the internet. I am Chris from world famous channel Expect Nothing, Get Less.
And I'm Andre from the same channel, and also a lesser known channel, Obesus.
Everybody subscribe to Obesus. It's amazing content.
Alright, I guess stop.
I love that channel. Man.
You're coming on a bit too strong. Not gonna
It's a
lie.
great channel. Anyway, alright.
We're not
So
here to
the
promote
impetus-
YouTube channels. We're here to fucking talk about the greatest comic of all time, Tails Get Trolled.
And that's right. And the impetus for starting this podcast is that I was like, man, Tails Gets Trolled, that's an amazing comic. I want to re-experience it in like podcast review form, because there's like podcasts about like Homestuck and like Animorphs where they review a book every episode, or some chapters every episode and stuff. So I was like, there's got to be one for Tails Gets Trolled. There's not. I scoured the internet. There doesn't seem to be a single podcast about Tails Gets Trolled. There are like podcasts that occasionally talk about Tails Gets Trolled, and there's the Procrastinators podcast, which I'm a big fan of, which had the actual creator of Tails Gets Trolled on it.
Oh, fuck,
But
that's awesome.
about it. I know, that's like the only interview he's ever given is on the Procrastinators podcast,
That's
which
fucking
I just
awesome.
happened to listen to, so
Neat.
it's great. Lacerbot, shout out. First, I guess we should talk a little bit about our personal histories with Tails Gets Trolled.
Yeah, so you clearly have way more history than me. I think, like, the reason we started making this reason, because you asked me, have you read Tails Get Trolled? And I've read it at some point long ago.
How long?
Like years ago, probably when it first started, like, someone started talking about it. I think, like, 2013, 14, like that. It's fucking ages. And I was just like, I was a dumb, high school kid. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this shit? It's probably written. It's fucking bullshit. I didn't understand the finer nuances of this fucking amazing god tier comic. Okay?
It's a deep work, and you only read like 5 chapters, right?
Yeah. And that's because I was like, as an adult, as an intellectual, because I'm finally, developed enough mentally to appreciate the finer aspects of this God-given, God-sent comic.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stop reading. I was like, what the fuck happens next? The stakes just get higher. It just keeps ramping up.
It's true, and we'll get to that, I guess. Personally, I as well, at the same time, I guess, that's when I first read it, but I read it all the way through. I got fucking hooked.
Yeah.
And just stopped at like 2 chapters, the first couple famous chapters. I was like, yeah, this is actually fucking based. And then, like, many years later, I saw have you seen the PCP lecture about Tails Gets Trolled?
The PCP? No.
There's a guy named Ben Saint who did a lecture where he went through like every chapter of Tails Gets Trolled to like an audience, and all, like, reacting to the crazy shit that happens.
Oh my god.
It's a great video. That's when I rediscovered my love. I was like, damn, actually, Tails Gets Trolled is fucking based. So I reread it.
Oh my. Here's my question: is Tails Get Trolled is so fucking ingrained into a culture, at least online culture, that I'm fucking amazed I haven't heard more about it.
I know, it should be a fucking institution.
Yeah.
It should be the Constitution of America.
No, it should be the fucking declaration of, I don't know, the world. We should just send that into space to aliens.
I agree. It should be the first thing aliens know about the human race. Should be
Yeah.
Tails Gets Trolled.
They,
It's a seminal work, to be sure.
yeah. It's like legit God tier. you got grammatical errors and
And that just adds to it.
questionable art, but it's like the vision behind it is fucking. It's just like the vision. That's the thing. It's the vision.
Yeah, and we'll get more into when we get into the details.
Yeah.
I think in this podcast, every podcast will cover one chapter per podcast.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, I think the chapters they get a lot more dense as we go on. So
Right.
maybe we'll split some of the more denser chapters into 2 episodes. But
Yeah.
for the first episode, at least, we'll just go through the first chapter.
Yeah.
And then keep going until the most recent pages, which it's still going.
We're gonna be the Joe Rogan of Tales Get Trolled.
We might be, because they're only releasing like a page every couple weeks, so
Holy
it'd have to be
fuck.
be like a podcast where we just review one page really with a fucking fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of,
for now we'll do the chapters.
yeah.
So another impetus for starting this podcast is they actually, the fucking madman actually did it, and I'm holding it in my hand right now. A physical fucking release of Tales Gets Trolled, available on Amazon, even here in Japan. I live in Japan, and even here I was able to buy Tales Gets Trolled, and it's as amazing as you would think.
I'm sitting here with my fucking dick in my hand and the iPad in the other, and the cover of the first chapter.
Hey, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be read.
Yeah.
Online. It's
Yeah,
read for the internet.
But I got the fucking.
I just want to read the first the disclaimer in this comic here. It says any similarities to previously existing characters are for satirical purposes only, and the authors of this work have no association with any of their original owners. What? Are you saying Sega did not sign off on this comic?
I mean, if Sega.
Sega and Nintendo and League of Legends and Looney Tunes and
Right.
all these other
Fucking DC.
DC, Marvel.
Right, if just one of those guys claim any of it, it all becomes canon. That's what I'm hoping for. Like,
That's actually true.
Yeah, Meat Canyon Webbit season. I want that to happen with this when it's done.
Yeah.
I want it to become official canon so hard.
All right. I guess we've waffled on enough.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm sitting here with the original, cover for the first chapter.
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about that.
And I gotta say, the art style really changed later on. Like, it's very.
Oh yeah. No, we'll get to it as we go on. The art style has an amazing change, even in just this first book here, which covers up to chapter 7, I think.
Oh.
The art style massively changes.
Yeah.
And then once you get to in the 20s, the art style is insane.
Oh fuck!
But that's when the story gets really insane as well. So
I'm looking.
look
It got
forward to that.
fucking insane real fast. Okay.
I know.
It's
And it just keeps going.
fucking. I just want to go through all the episodes now because I want to get to fucking chapter 20.
All right. So let's start on chapter 1, simply titled Tales Gets Trolled. Andre, I guess, quickly tell me what happens in this chapter.
Right, so I'm just gonna straight up read it. So Tails is just fucking. I forgot that he's literally just saying "lo lo 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 lo." The first fucking
Yes,
line.
I had a note about that. I wrote that down in my notes. I said the first panel is Tails saying "la la 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 la." Is he supposed to be
fucking line in the entire comic? And it sets the bar.
Most iconic starts of all time.
Yes. No, 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 no. They're just fucking the trolls are laughing.
Wait, stop. I want to talk more about la 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 la. Because I have a question. What is Tails doing? Is he laughing? Or is he singing?
Or is he saying?
Or is he just saying la 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 with a smile, with a grin on his face?
I think the ambiguity of it is what makes it so great. Is that you can interpret it however the fuck you want.
It has multiple interpretations.
Yeah, it's multiple choice. It's multiple choice, and there's no wrong answer really. Whatever makes it funnier is the best is just the best.
Another thing I want to point out about the first page is that the you get to see some of, well, not just the syntax, but just like, I don't know even how he did this. Where when Tails says, "What's that noise?" the ATS and the S in noise are smaller than the rest of the text.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even do that? How do you write up "what's the" and then you go down up to, it was painting this in Paint, I guess, and he's like, okay, wait, we gotta make the text smaller for these 3 letters, and then randomly the S. It is so experimental.
So what I think is that, what's that noise? Like, I don't know. There's no
is there a deeper meaning to this choice?
Yeah, no, I have no fucking clue. I also like that he gave Tails 3 tails instead of 2.
I was also gonna notice or say that and it's only in this first chapter, because he realizes it really quick that Tails does not in fact have 3 tails.
Yes.
He only has 2, and from chapter 2 on, he loses a tail, I believe.
Yeah, but okay.
Sadly.
Here's what I really love about the trolls is, this guy has definitely been trolled at some point, because this is just ripped straight out of YouTube comment section or some shit.
Actually,
this is like
the backstory is
early.
The backstory is that a friend of Laserbot got trolled, because this started on DeviantArt, this comic.
Oh.
So a friend of Laserbot got trolled, so he was like, I'm gonna make a comic where I take his experiences, and then the original idea was just to show 3 different ways of dealing with trolls, which is Sonic, Tails, and Shadow.
Yeah.
And it was only going to be like the first chapter, but then he got more ideas, and it really expanded from there.
Expanded? It fucking exploded. Holy shit.
So Tails is just, walking along, saying lol lol.
He's minding his own fucking business. When he's fucking trolls
some
that look like
step out of a cave or something.
No, not even a cave, because it's fucking open, like at the top.
It's true.
So they're like literally just hiding between 2 fucking mountains, or or in an alley, and they were literally waiting for someone to pass by and say lol 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 lol. And I love that. There's so much to love about it. There's so much to fucking love about everything. All the insults are fucking chef's kiss.
They are realistic troll comics.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is that they were not just taken out of a vacuum. They came from a place of great pain.
True. All right. Well, as I am familiar with this comic, I want to point out some iconic frames.
Oh yeah.
The Tails Gets Trolled comic, as there are many, and the first one appears on the first page. It is in fact
when Tails gets trolled.
When Tails gets trolled, right after the fat troll calls him a stupid bitch. Tails makes this absolutely amazing expression, and say what you will about Laserbot's art, but this fucking expression here expresses so fucking much. I can feel like a billion emotions from the face of Tails in this moment here. It's like shock, disgust, fear. I mean, it's a truly amazing picture.
Yeah, like, because I've seen that one. That one is a straight up meme. Like, that one is, if anything, if anything,
it's
like,
basically the logo for the series.
Yes.
It's on the front cover of the official release, and it's also on the side and the back.
Yeah,
so.
It's also like on the website. It's literally the little icons, designating the website. But it's like, if anything, at least this one frame got so fucking famous.
It's true.
It's
a great frame.
Yeah, it is.
It's genuinely good art, I would say.
Not to mention, this was all made in Paint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably without a fucking drawing board. So he just used a mouse.
Definitely.
It's fucking amazing.
Just a mouse in Paint. Yep. And then poor Tails gets sad and runs away.
Yeah.
Any more comments on page 1?
No, I'm fucking...
Alright, let's move into page 2. So, Tails runs over to Sonic and Shadow, and Just one question here. What the fuck is Shadow doing?
I think he's knitting. Either that or he has a CBS receipt.
Yes. Literally everybody who reads this comic thinks he's knitting, but he's supposed to be reading a scroll.
Really?
It looks exactly, yeah, because you see in the next page that he's holding like a scroll.
Oh yeah.
But like literally everybody who reads it, they're like, "What the fuck is Shadow doing? Knitting?" and it looks like that's what he's doing. Why would Shadow be knitting?
Yeah.
They actually make a callback to it later. Spoilers, because Laserbot, unlike somebody like Chris Chan or whatever, is very self-aware about their comics.
Well, I mean,
shortcomings. So
well,
he references a lot of his like earlier fuck-ups and stuff later, and makes fun of his own comic and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just the thing, when you're not autistic, you can sort of look at yourself and laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Also, since I'm on the autistic spectrum, I have every right to be as bigoted towards autists as possible. So it's all fair game.
I don't think actually Laserbot is autistic.
Yeah, that's what I said, because he's not autistic. That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
I was just being generally a dick to autists, including myself by proxy, I guess.
Hell yes. Based.
Internalized oppression.
Yeah, no, Laserbot was in fact homeschooled, and that's why he says his spelling is so bad.
Oh.
So, that's some lore for you.
Neat.
And yeah, they comment about his spelling. You really, in the first page, the spelling is pretty bad. You really notice on the second page, the random,
capital, punctuation,
the random changes between your, and on the first page as well, the troll called Tails a hoe, as in the tool, not a whore, and like when Shadow says that is bullshit, it goes that is bull, space shit, and then the periods is on the start of the next word. Like, what? Why? But, it adds to the charm, I guess.
It does. It really does. What I like about it is this doesn't feel mean-spirited,
No, this is completely genuine.
Yeah, because this could really easily become something really mean-spirited. But I also like the art, because, as bad, quote-unquote bad it is, you can still recognize the characters. Like, it's not like, say someone draws Goku and the face doesn't look like him at all, but you recognize by the hair.
Yeah.
These still have some semblance to the original characters, despite how weird some of the drawings are. It's not.
And I really love. Now that we've met Sonic here on the second page, I really love Sonic's face or the Sonic's design in Tales Gets Trolled. He just looks so like dumb and lumpy. I wish that's how Sonic actually looked.
Yes.
They should have made him the Tails Gets Trolled Sonic in the Sonic movie. That would have been. Everybody would have been happy with that, I think.
They should have just made the Sonic movie Tails Gets Trolled.
Yeah, maybe the second one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Tails is in the second one, right?
Yeah.
So at the start of the second movie, Tails gets trolled.
Yes. And he walks around saying,
turns into Tails gets trolled. Yeah, as Tails would do.
Yes.
It's in his character. So Tails goes running to Sonic and Shadow, who are just sitting in an open field, which most of this comic takes place in an open field.
None of these guys have a house. It's fucking great. I love it.
they all live in an open field. And Shadow just has a chair there. It looks like he's knitting. And, Tails is crying, and they're both asking him about it. And, they find out that he's been trolled.
Mm.
Oh god, oh no. And, Sonic says to stop a troll, you gotta be their friend. You gotta show them compassion. While Shadow... he says, well, this is how I will deal with the troll. And then iconic frame number 2.
Yes.
Shadow
with
the finger saying, fuck you, trolls.
Yeah. So, this
Absolutely.
Sonic gives the mom advice, while Shadow gives the dad advice. Because I remember my mom talking about when I got bullied. Just keep your head down, be friendly, people won't, give you shit anymore. which was the right thing to do, really, to some degree. But I
No,
love.
I think it would be better if you said "fuck you, trolls" and then killed them. I
Yes.
think that would be the better choice.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking Shadow. Iconic.
You know, base Shadow, iconic frame, and great character in these early chapters.
Shadow's fucking Giga Chad.
Okay, any more comments on page 2?
I just love how inconsistent Sonic's design is at some points.
I know.
Like, just all the others are quite consistent, but Sonic in the first one looks so fucking doofy, and then he looks a bit more like, Shadow design-wise.
Yeah.
And then when he says the way to stop a troll, he just looks so fucking doofy again.
Yeah, and then on page 3 as well, he looks completely different. He has like a sharp nose, and he's really skinny.
Yeah.
Very strange.
But it's specifically Sonic.
Yeah, it's only Sonic.
Yeah.
Everybody else is pretty consistent in their design. All right, so moving on to page 3.
Yes.
You got a famous line here where Sonic says, "There's no need for any bloodshed. This could be solved without any villains."
Yeah.
Which is clearly just Laserbot misspelling or thinking that violence is villains.
Yeah.
And they keep saying it in these early chapters. They're like, "No, don't use villains," when he clearly means violence. And I just love that that is something that happened.
Yeah.
And Laserbot eventually realizes this in the later chapter as well.
I love how moralizing this fucking comic is in the beginning.
Moralizing?
Yeah, or how moralizing of a character Sonic is initially.
Yeah. Well, that was the original idea, You have the different reactions to being trolled.
Yeah.
You got the SJW and the 4chaner. And get some lore where, Sonic apparently stopped Shadow from killing Eggman. Maybe that'll come back later.
Maybe.
But, Sonic's showing real compassion. He's being like, oh, they probably had a tough childhood. They're misunderstood. Yeah. And Shadow's a fucking determinist. He's like, nope, you gotta kill evil people. But Tails being a bleeding heart, he's like, maybe Sonic is right. And they run off.
Tails being a pussy.
He's not a pussy, alright. He's just really, empathetic.
Yeah, he's like fucking 9, so
Yeah. And that's they run off to, be friends with the trolls.
Yeah. And Shadow goes to piss on Eggman's wife.
Next page.
Yes.
So introduced to the trolls again, trolling a poor toad.
I forgot about this. Holy fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I love the troll's face in that one. Like, one of the trolls it doesn't even look like a troll, it just looks evil. Like, fucking vile.
Trolls are pure evil. That's what we learned from this comic. And,
You're a retarded mushroom, I love that. Fucking hell, I forgot about that. Oh, shit.
And then Tails and Sonic comes in and, he's like, hey, let's be friends. Let's end this. And, poor Sonic starts getting trolled, and this is one of my favorite lines here. It is Sonic gets called gay, and Sonic says,
"Oh yeah,
I am not gay. I do have a girlfriend." So,
and I would like it if this conflict to end in peace.
I just love that reaction to being called gay. So,
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's true. He does have a girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, he actually has a girlfriend in this, apparently, as opposed to, every other fucking media where he absolutely cannot stand Amy's ass.
Well, in this comic, they're dating. So
yeah. which I think was actually a commentary on how Sonic is pretty fucking gay in the actual shows and other forms of media. I mean, why else would you be that adamant about not having some of that sweet pink?
He might just be ace,
What?
Might just be asexual.
No.
Does Sonic ever show any interest
Yeah,
to any girls? I guess he does.
It wasn't Sally?
I guess he does. Yeah, Sally, and also in Sonic 06, he likes the human girl.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
It's very weird, but people who make Sonic, they put their own fetishes into things. Sonic Forces, if you ever played that, was absolutely shocking. There's so many weird fetishes in that game.
Actually, I played it. I got it on PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
I started playing it at least. It's pretty fucking fun.
I like it. It just has loads of weird fetish shit in it.
Yeah.
Which I just find funny, so I think they should do more of that.
Yeah.
So, Sonic gets trolled, moving on to the next...
Yeah, I guess. I also love that they call Sonic a Pokemon. I love that.
They call him Talentless Blue Pokemon.
Yes.
And he ends that screed by saying "Trollolololo." Excellent.
Oh yes, that's right.
On the next page, they they sort of give up. Sonic gets angry, and they're like, "Damn, you can't get to terms with these trolls," so they run away, and we cut to Knuckles and Shadow hanging out, and a really randomly really good art of Knuckles, which I'm pretty sure was traced, but really good art nonetheless.
Yeah.
The art of Knuckles saying, "Hey Sonic, you're back. How's it going?"
I'm so mad I'm gonna have sex with my girlfriend, so I won't be so mad. I too have been that pissed.
I was gonna say, but you already pointed out for me. Iconic frame number 3. I'm so mad. I'm gonna have sex with my girlfriend, so I won't be so mad.
But that's the thing.
Amazing frame. Amazing comment. How would anybody ever come up with this? It's amazing. And also, not to mention the fact that Sonic says this comment has fucking far-reaching complications in the story.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
in 15 or maybe 20 chapters from now, we'll come back to this moment, and this will change fucking everything.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is how fucking base this comic is.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. I also love just a fucking stupid Knuckles. Really is.
Yeah, he in Tails Gets Trolled, Knuckles is a complete idiot, and we'll see more of that as the comic goes on. But he's a complete moron. Which is eventually how they characterized him in Sonic Boom. So I guess...
Well, I mean, Knuckles was always characterized as an idiot, I remember.
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't he?
In his introduction, he was like a conniving villain. And then from Sonic Adventures, he was never stupid. He was like a really good treasure hunter.
Oh, really?
And so he's never been stupid. Even in Sonic X, I don't think he was ever stupid.
No, and he was gullible in Sonic X, that's right.
In Sonic Boom, that's at least when I remember they started. Then he's like he's like really jacked and a meathead.
Yeah, and he can't even tell the difference between left and right.
So Sonic Boom rips off Tails Gets Trolled. That's how important this work is.
But that means Tails Get Trolled is canon.
That's what we all wish.
Yeah. They should just get fucking... What did you call the guy who wrote this?
Laserbot,
right. They should just get him to write all Sonic material from now on.
In fact, it's Laserbot did all the art, but the story is by Laserbot and Embergram, which I believe is his brother. So those two are a real dream team. Now I think it's just Embergram who writes the story now. But
nice.
But yeah. So yeah, after Sonic, goes to have sex with his girlfriend, Shadow says, so you failed, with the piece. How about we do it my way?
Yeah.
And we go over to the next page here.
Yeah.
Where Knuckles also agrees, and they say, all right, let's go get them trolls. And I like the final panel on this page.
Yeah, this is the only one where really both Tails and Knuckles are very inconsistently drawn.
I just love the posing where, like, Shadow is off to the right, and then Tails and Knuckles, they're like basically standing on top of each other.
Yeah.
And Knuckles is like really weird and skinny.
And Shadow is fucking laughing maniacally.
He just says ha 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 with no punctuation or exclamation point. So you have no idea how he's saying it.
I like to imagine that it's like the fucking fox from Agretsuko, just complete monotone.
Yeah, that might be how it is. So next page. This is where Shadow encounters the troll, and they have a troll off where they start trolling each other.
Yeah.
And the concept of a troll off will get a more important in the future.
I fucking remember. That was amazing.
Especially in the spin-off comic Adventures of Under by Troll, which
motherfucker, this is a fucking spin-off. You
which
did not.
We will also review. We will definitely review that also.
Holy shit! I was not fucking prepared for that. Holy.
It's sadly unfinished, but it is pretty funny.
Wait, like they stopped it?
Yeah, he might return to it. You never know.
Okay.
But
everyone, just go make a petition to fucking continue that fucking comic.
Continue Adventures of Under by Troll.
Adventures of Under by Troll. Yes. We need more Laserbot content in this world. Okay. What would be a better place if we got more Tales of Troll?
I believe Laserbot is working on a new comic right now, which is a post. It takes place like years after Tails gets trolled. It's like a post-apocalyptic story where people have the powers of gods or something.
Holy
pretty
shit!
Fucking crazy.
I want to make a comic.
You should. Maybe it'll be as good as Tails gets trolled one day.
Maybe.
You're the only one of us who can draw, so.
You can draw as well, can't you?
I can draw myself. That's about all I can draw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I draw a really good version of myself, though, so.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it could just be a comic of me finding myself.
Just a comic of you finding yourself a million times.
Yeah.
But I love...
Going on adventures.
I love the fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the 10th panel on the right side with the fucking blonde troll saying, "Hey, breaded donkey." Because I think it's supposed to be inbred donkey.
Yeah, it's clearly trying to say inbred donkey, but
yes.
M-breaded donkey. Just
an
amazing word. I love M-breaded.
Yeah, for an M-breaded donkey, I can sure fuck your mom hard. The field should be a fucking iconic frame as well, because that is a savage insult. That is straight up savage.
Yeah. Do you love M-breaded? That's such a good...
Yeah.
What would M-breaded be? Like
you're trapped in a bread?
Or just like a deep fried like potato shaped like an M.
Oh, that can also
letter
be.
M.
Yeah.
M-breaded. Alright, so they're trolling each other, the trolls and Shadow, onto the next page. Shadow. This is where Shadow goes sicko mode, and he just starts beating the shit out of the trolls.
I mean, he's really just doing the most Shadow thing ever.
Only way more violent, and he says they can't troll you if they're dead, which is true, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about the action of Tails Gets Trolled here, because in these these first couple panels where Shadow like dashes up to him and punches him in the face, you can really feel the kinetic energy of like him pulling it back his punch and punching, and that's something that I would say for the entirety of the comic, as like derpy as the art is, Tails Gets Trolled, he is really good at drawing action. Like the action scenes are so like hard hitting and kinetic. He's genuinely really good at action.
Yeah.
So he should be like a director or something.
Yeah. You almost get it, like, you get a fucking feel for the speed of Shadow and the abilities that I don't think it really...
Just the impact.
Yeah.
Like
really
how visceral the violence is.
Yeah, especially that.
If we're moving on to like the next page as well.
Yep.
When he like cuts his throat and stabs him like that, and like pulls the knife through him. It's like really visceral and violent, and he like is almost disturbing. Like, jeez, man.
Yeah, it is. It really
it's like
is.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tails Gets Trolled, great action. I also love the going back to page 8, where the blonde troll is like, "Oh, I was just joking," and then on the next panel, you just see like his foot, Shadow's foot hitting the face of the blonde troll.
Yes.
It's also, yeah, it's so good. I could really see it playing out in like a movie or something. It's so much movement in this comic.
Yeah.
For how derpy the characters look.
You should fucking write the action for the next Daredevil season.
Honestly, yes. Or any like sweet action movie.
Yes.
Like John Wick.
Fuck
Have
yes.
Fucking Laserbot do the storyboards for John Wick.
John Wick gets trolled.
That'd be because he'd kill like his dog and his wife. The next chapter is just John Wick walking through the city, and then out of the alleyways, somebody starts trolling him.
Yes. Your wife is dead. I fucked her. Good. He just fucking starts.
They trolled me.
So I killed them all. Took a page out of the Shadow book.
The Book of Shadow. Alright, on to page 10.
Yes. They apparently got some
Just
they apparently buried the bodies of shit.
I know. I love that they go to the extent that, you know, they killed them and they're like, oh god, we gotta actually bury these bodies. And, like, they spent all night dragging the bodies somewhere, and Tails is just fucking exhausted from, like, murdering 2 people and burying their bodies. Shadow and Knuckles, they're like, this is fucking awesome.
We should do
and
this again. You fucking love it.
I know. And this is... and they're like, hey, you want to get high? And Shadow's like, fuck yes. And then we get iconic frame number 4, High Shovel, where they get the shovels that they buried the 2 trolls with and fucking like high-five them together. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And here I want to shout out to the lecture about Tails Gets Trolled, because in the lecture they actually they have 2 shovels and they actually do it, and in real life it's as awesome as it is in the comic, and everybody at the lecture, they're like, damn, that was actually fucking cool.
Well, of course, a fucking high shovel looks like the most awesome thing you can ever do.
I know, so everybody get out your shovels and start high shoveling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work overmorrow. That's like the day after tomorrow, right? Yeah, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we sell shovels. I'm gonna fucking do that with a coworker. High shovel, bitch.
Fuck yes. Sounds best.
Fuck yeah. I gotta introduce Tails Got Trolled to all my coworkers. Holy fuck.
Definitely.
Especially the elderly ones.
They would get a lot out of it. So we cut to a dark room where, people in shadow are talking. And we see our first introduction of this really fucking anime-looking boy. And his name is Pori. And he's a very interesting character. And we'll see a lot more about him later. He's very mysterious, but it's the introduction of Pori saying, yes, sir.
Yes.
Because he's being tasked to find the missing trolls, which were just killed. So, on to the next page. Um, here we see Tails sleeping and getting woken up by Sonic, who starts interrogating them what they did to the trolls. And Tails says, "Did you beat him up?" And he's like, "No." And I just love the fucking derpy ass Sonic face where he says, "Oh, I guess he's happy, happy that he didn't beat them up." Is that what that emotion is? He just looks completely fucking deranged.
Yeah.
Like, the more I look at this, the more disturbing it gets.
I mean, this entire page is really disturbing though, because you also got the fucking. I don't know. I can't put my fucking finger on it.
A lot of the Tails art is very, very weird as well. When Tails says no,
Yeah.
his like eyes are wide open,
Yes.
but his like pupils are tiny, so
Yeah.
it looks like he's completely strung up on drugs.
Yeah, that's the thing with Sonic as well. Sonic also looks fucking drugged out.
Especially when he says "oh."
Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought of. But I also love, again, just how inconsistent Sonic is more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Especially when it says, what?
Yeah, he has a massive nose. He has like a wide nose.
His fucking mouth
He
becomes
says-
a pyramid, round pyramid. His arms are
Yeah.
suddenly attached to his jaw. It's beautiful.
It's true. Yeah, Tails does in fact confess that no, we didn't beat him up. We killed them. And he's like, "What?"
Yeah. Okay, but
And I love the next frame. I love the next frame of Tails as well when he says, "You don't understand. He pulled the knife on them." Tails looks completely fucking deranged in this
Yeah.
panel as well.
No, but what I love is that Sonic goes, bounces between being angry with Tails for beating up the trolls. No. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm not mad at you anymore. Shadow killed him. He gets fucking pissed again. You don't understand. He pulled a knife on him. Well, okay, I can understand that if it's in self-defense. I love that Sonic goes through like fucking 4 different emotions in the same page.
I know, and Tails really says a weird thing here because he says, "You don't understand. He pulled a knife on them." Like, literally anybody would understand that to be, "Oh, the trolls pulled a knife on him." Then he's like, "No, actually, Shadow pulled out the knife and stabbed them to death. The trolls did nothing."
Yeah.
Why would you say it like that, Tails? What a weird thing. What a weird way to say it.
Yeah. But again, this was written 2011, so He's had plenty of time to develop.
The year of 9/11. Now, next page. So Sonic storms off to talk to Shadow, and Tails goes back to sleep. And then it says, "Back to Knuckles," which, and then later in the page it says, "Back to Shadow," which is something this comic will eventually be infamous for, which is jumping between different characters. And in later chapters, I think he changes it to "meanwhile." It always says like "meanwhile," and then it cuts to another place. "Meanwhile," and there's so many like storylines where the story moves so slow because it keeps cutting away to other characters and stuff. But it's part of the epicness of Tails Gets Trolled. The scale.
It's part of the.
This is the first taste of it.
Yeah, it's part of the fucking narrative. How it just intertwine all of these stories into one great.
One great epic.
Yes. This is like our Odyssey. Fucking Laserbot is our Homer.
Yes. It's true. He's the Homer of our times, I would say.
Yeah.
So he it cuts back to Knuckles, who we see got really fucked up on drugs, and banged Rouge. Then it cuts to the next panel, and he also banged Donkey Kong.
I fucking love that.
And he says, "What the fuck? This also has far-reaching implications into the future. We will come back to the scene, and it is a fucking vitally important plot point in the future."
God, dude! This reminds me of when you fucking told me about One Piece and about how Oda just remembered everything he's ever written. This is the same fucking vibes.
Literally, yes. This is as good, if not better, than One Piece.
Bro, it is. Okay, let's not take Oda's name in vain here.
It's at least as good.
Yeah.
It's more shocking. I've been shocked a lot more times reading this.
Absolutely. Holy fuck.
And it's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So yeah, from this threesome, we cut back to Shadow, who gets assailed by the mysterious Pori.
Yeah. I love the lack of sound effects as well, because it's very obvious Leaf is, supposed to be crunching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But everything, there are no sound effects. That is something I really love. So you just sort of fill in the gaps yourself.
Yeah. He's not in the sound effects game. He's in the art game. All right. So next page. I want to talk about the paneling in this page. So you see a quick shot of Pori, sheathing or unsheathing his blade. You see a quick shot, and is really zoomed in on the blade. Quick shot of Shadow grabbing his gun. It's really zoomed in on the gun. Love that. It's subtle and it says so much. And then it just cuts into close-ups of their faces, and in the middle of that, you see them pointing their weapons at each other. Great fucking paneling. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely good paneling. This is, like, actual good comic level paneling. And also later as well, when Shadow says, "They don't scare me," then it's just a real, zoomed in close-up of Pori's, like, fucked up face and eyes. Just see, like, the anger. And then it zooms in on a gun as somebody from off-screen says, "Hey." And then at the final panel of the page, fucking...
It's he, Mario.
Fucking Chris Pratt himself, Mario,
gets fucking Chris Pratt.
And he says, "Which one of you troll Toad?"
And I love that it says "witch" as in W-I-T.
As in potion brewer.
Yes. So is he accusing a witch to be among the trolls who trolled Toad?
He might be. Or maybe. Laserbutt just don't know how to
Does this have
words.
far-reaching fucking implications?
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Is there a fucking witch?
There is no witch, but the fact that Toad got trolled... the fact that Toad got trolled, that the Mario showed up, does have incredible far-reaching implications.
Well, I guess we get to it as we get to it.
Yes. So...
Next page.
On the next page, Poria tries to put the blame on Shadow. So then Mario is going to attack him with this fucking deadly fireball. And it's interesting about Poria. Not once did he attack anybody. He just showed up and ran away. Interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing I like, Mario's characterization in this comic, I really like. He's a weird sort of... He's like a weird sort of loner psychopath who murders people he doesn't like. And he's like, alright, just stay out of my way. Even more so than, like, Shadow. You would expect Shadow to be like a weird loner guy. But Mario, in fact, is like the loner. Is like, no, I'm gonna go on my own. Go fucking kill the trolls. Shadow has friends, but Mario's like, fuck that. I like this dark Mario.
It's fucking weird, is what it is.
It is strange, but, gotta love it. So Poria runs away, and, Shadow and Mario, they're like, oh, it was misunderstanding. And Shadow says, we gotta tell Sonic, maybe more trolls will be coming.
Yeah. I like that Shadow is considered enough of Tails to not want to become a target.
Yeah, Shadow's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Shadow's a pretty good guy. It's just kind of a murderous man. But otherwise, nice guy, that Shadow.
Yeah.
Alright, next page. So, Shadow and Shadow talks to good old Sonic, and Sonic starts bitching at him, and he's like, bro, you shouldn't have killed all them people. And Shadow's like, shut the fuck up, I have something to tell you, but he won't tell him what it is for some reason. And he's like...
Tails is just caught in the middle like a little child.
Yeah.
Stop fighting, please!
Don't fight! I also want to point out the the panel where Shadow says, "There's something I need to talk to you about. Why don't you shut the fuck up and listen?" I fucking love Shadow's face in this comic. I think, or in this panel. I think it's a genuinely good piece of art. It's so expressive.
It conveys like
It's like
it's very
peak
subtle
annoyance.
in what it conveys.
It's like peak
Yes.
annoyance. That's what it. Like he's so annoyed that his like face like scrunches up, and you're like, he's like, "Oh, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Sometimes it just gets the fucking expressions so right.
Yeah, like, as derpy as a lot of the art is, sometimes he just throws a fucking banger out there, like that initial Tails art or this art here, both of which, are clearly originals. They're not traced like that good Knuckles art earlier.
Yeah. I also love just how fucking so many of these frames should be iconic, like fuck you, Sonic. The annoyed Shadow for sure is iconic, right?
It is not. It's not an iconic frame.
What the fuck?
I just want to point it out because I thought it was some great art.
It is. How the fuck is it not iconic?
Yeah, I could easily see this being like a reaction image or something.
Yeah. Same with the fuck you Sonic for that sake, but not on the same level.
No. It's good though. So, as they're arguing, Pori shows up with some trolls. You get a big spread of them at the bottom. Pori hanging out with three weird-looking trolls.
Some ginger thumb, some orange lizard guy, and Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, in human form.
Yes.
Alright, next page. Great opening line here by the ginger guy.
Blue faggot is mine! I'm so glad.
But fucking Sonic shuts him down immediately. I have a girlfriend. Sonic is fucking unshakable. If you call him gay, he will just hit you with the fucking "I got a girlfriend."
He's fucking indestructible.
Yeah, it's the ultimate argument. So they start fighting, and
Shadow. Yeah. I love that Knuckles is just you telling me he wasn't drunk or fucked up in any way when you had sex with me and that monkey.
and we will, and in the future we will know why, but not yet.
Holy fuck! Okay, we need to fucking do this more just so we can get this fucking out of the way, because I need to know what the fuck is going on here.
I know. It's the beauty of Tails Gets Trolled. So Tails gets Knuckles, and they run back to get the fight the trolls. I just want to point out this frame here of Tails looking really fucking extremely exhausted and just like sweating and dying.
And also drugged out at the same time.
Yeah. Love that piece of art there.
I love that the one following of Tails is him being completely like apathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he doesn't care what he's saying about talking about, even though he very much does. So yeah,
I fucking love this comic.
Good stuff. Next page. So here, Sonic starts getting trolled, and I just want to point out the first ginger guy's insult. Never heard this before. The Miracle Whip line is weird enough, but where I draw the line is, you're such a retard that sucks on dinosaur nipples.
You love it.
I've never heard that before, but that's an amazing insult.
I love the art on this page. There are like three fucking beautifully. The lizard troll.
Yeah, the orange man, he
looks so good.
Yeah, that's genuinely a good design right there.
Yes. It's the same with the fucking ginger troll and his list. The girl goes run fucking all the sides with a man people, they call it Big Patty.
Yeah.
And when Sonic just goes full unleashed.
Yeah. There's a question about this. Is this supposed to be him turning into a werehog? 'Cause it doesn't really look like the werehog, but It's the only thing you can
Well,
think
I
about.
mean, yeah.
So yeah,
Fucking
he starts getting trolled by the trolls really hard. So Sonic gets so mad that he goes Super Saiyan Blue,
apparently.
or he turns into a werehog. And on the next,
Shadow is just. I like the Shadow's just like, well, now was how Sonic felt so bad.
yes,
Like, because usually most of the guys looking different, but that was just Shadow being generally disappointed and indifferent towards Sonic's fight.
he's just like, well, that's what happens when you don't follow my fucking sweet ass advice.
Yeah.
And on the next page, I love Pori's reaction. He's like, "Well, it was nice knowing you. Goodbye." He just runs off again, without
Yeah.
having even done anything, touched anyone, even pulled his sword. So
Yeah.
interesting.
I love that, they think he's a noob, but clearly he's a leader as well.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
All right. I want to talk about the roundhouse kick.
Yes, I was gonna say the same.
The roundhouse kick is so fucking good. I love the
Brutal.
It's fucking brutal, but it's also great paneling as well. I love the 3 frames where it's like he teleports behind him.
I mean, it's
Nothing,
fucking slow mo.
nothing personnel kid. Yeah, and then you get the slow mo hit of him just hitting him in like the arm, and his arm just instantly breaks from the hit, and you see his foot dig into his side, and then the next panel he's just completely cleaved him with his foot.
Yes.
And then the next panel after that, he says, "No, why did you kill him? I love him," which is this is a theme.
Kind of fucking gay, bro.
Yeah, this is a theme of Tails Gets Trolled, where trolls always call people gay, but it is in fact the trolls who are gay, and the trolls are always gay for some reason.
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
guess
haven't you heard? If you call someone gay, you're afraid you're gay, or you're gay and you're in denial.
so. I just love that Laserbot
Like,
is like, if you're calling somebody gay, it must be because you are also gay. There's no other reason to call somebody gay.
No, don't you remember, like, fucking... There was this whole thing going around about, I don't remember when it was... It was around that time, when they, like, if you call someone gay, it's because you're in denial and shit, and that was accepted as a genuine truth on the matter.
I mean, it does often happen. I'm not going to say that. There's, the most,
No.
anti-gay pastors and stuff always comes out that they had, like, gay orgies and shit.
Yeah. And I mean, and a lot of, like, especially bullies at school are usually very insecure in their sexuality at that point. That's usually why... There's merit to it, but, it's such a fucking...
I just find it funny that...
It's like...
I just find it funny that Laserbot goes out to accuse that, like, literally every troll must be gay.
Yes.
It's just funny.
No, but it's kind of funny commentary on, the whole like gay stuff to begin with.
Sure. And then Sonic punches this fucking gay guy's eye out.
Yes.
Because Sonic...
Fucking visceral.
Look, Sonic has a girlfriend. So, he's not gay. Sorry.
He's not gay.
Yeah.
I would love that. Okay, can we go to the next page?
Yeah, next page.
I love that. Well, Sonic is just like, getting a boner over this shit. Shadow stands with a fat troll. It's like, don't worry, I killed him.
Yeah, it's all cool, man. I know all about, in tiny font, the taste of blood. And then Sonic turns back into non-werehog, and he says, "Shit, I failed." And Tails and Knuckles show up, and they're like, "Damn, that was fucking sick." And that's where Shadow finally gets to tell him what he tried to tell him when he got that really mad face. That he's like, "Bruh, we anger some trolls, now we gotta kill them." And he calls them a cult of some sort. A COLT.
Yeah.
Like a gun. Clearly supposed to be Colt. CULT, but
Or maybe a cunt. CUNT.
Maybe, but I guess it's a cult of trolls. So
Yeah.
a gun of trolls.
Yes.
And Shadow says, well, I assume the trolls are after Tails and Shadow because, they killed the trolls.
Yeah.
And
That's reasonable.
but Sonic does not want anything to do with this, and he walks off. All right, next page. Now it cuts to a completely different scene starring Silver from Sonic Sonic 06. But it importantly does not say meanwhile, which
No.
is strange.
Yeah.
So this
You
could
could
be
have just forgotten though.
this could be future or past. You never know. But it is supposed to be at the same time. But it's just
That's
weird.
true.
It's just weird after reading the entire comic where you just get so used after seeing meanwhile every 2 seconds. You're like, oh shit! I cut to a scene without saying meanwhile. What?
Yeah. I also love. I love that to show that people mind their own business. They have to say something to themselves like, everything is great today. Nothing can mess this up.
Well, isn't that how you mind your own business? Aren't you, walking around being like, oh man, this day is so good.
No, I usually, hold my dick in my hand normally
Yeah.
when I'm minding my own business.
And you say, man, my dick feels so good while you're walking around in shopping malls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you? What the fuck? Am I the only one that does that?
So in this page, where Silver's supposed to be? Is he sitting inside like a cave or something?
Or on top of a volcano?
Yeah. I don't know.
But I love that this fucking androgynous troll just...
Yeah, this is where we get the introduction of the coolest fucking guy, Alex.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
Alex the troll, and he's not your regular troll. He's a fucking doomer who's just being all existentialist and shit, and being like, man, life sucks, man. Your parents hated you, and he's doing real deep psychological trolling. He's not just calling him gay and shit.
Yeah. This is advanced trolling.
So there's something special about him, and Silver gets really offended by him, and
Yeah, and I just point out that the guy lights a broken cigarette, but when he finally starts smoking it, it's completely straight.
Gets erect.
Yes.
But I want to mention this about the cigarette because this is, to my knowledge, the only fucking two panels in the entire comic where Alex actually smokes a cigarette correctly, where he actually smokes it with this filter. As far as I remember, in every single other panel, he smokes the cigarette the other way around. so he's putting the white part in his mouth and like burning the filter.
I've actually done that at some point. I remember that.
Is it good? Is Alex Is Alex smoking it the correct way all along?
No, he's smoking it the wrong way. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, so I was drunk and I got to bum a cigarette off of some guy and I put it in my mouth with the fucking white end first.
Yeah.
And I just started lighting it, and it's like plastic, so it melts.
Great.
It's like half plastic, so it melts.
That's good.
So yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah. But I was shocked when I reread this first chapters because I was like, well, because I always thought, well, I guess Laserbot just doesn't know how cigarettes work.
Apparently.
But apparently he does. In the first chapter he had it right, but every other chapter after that he has it wrong. Why?
Yeah, maybe Alex is just like an idiot. Or maybe, because he smokes because he's like, he doesn't give a shit.
No,
but he actually does give a shit.
Alex is supposed to be fucking cool. He's supposed to be fucking built different, bro. He's a nihilist.
He's
like a next level troll. He's like, you see this guy and you're like, damn. And he's got biceps, and you're like, he's got a fucking tribal tattoo. And you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Who is this guy?
Fucking tribal tattoos, one of the worst tattoos ever. I want to get a tribal tattoo.
Yeah, you and every other white guy. So,
yeah.
Alex trolls him a bunch, and then just walks off.
It trolls him, yeah, but it trolls him so hard, and he's just like, and again, this is such a great fucking frame
Yeah.
because it really conveys the emotions he's feeling. Like he's screaming angrily into the void.
Yeah, he has no retort. He can only scream. He's just like, oh.
Yeah, and they can feel it. Like this is another one that was actually genuinely good frames.
Yeah, sure. He's been annoyed to his core, and you can feel that. Now, this is, in my opinion, where the chapter should have ended. You're like, on the previous page, you're like, okay, some more trolls might come to troll Tails, and on this final page here, you get an introduction of Alex, and you're like, oh, whoa, who is this like fucking troll who is built different? This fucking advanced troll. Maybe he'll show up, and maybe there'll be some battle. But Laserbot,
troll?
Look, Laserbot is so obsessed with every chapter being exactly 21 pages for seemingly no reason, and that's been the same way up until the most recent chapter, which is more than 21 pages. But
blasphemy.
But like for some reason, even though it makes no sense to actually cut the chapter where it does. Every chapter, for some reason, has to be exactly 21 pages. And this is why you get the next page here, where it cuts to the Mushroom Kingdom, I guess, where poor Goomba is being trolled by fucking George Washington.
Fuck.
George Washington.
Goombas don't walk off cliffs, though. That's the Green Turtles.
No. They turn around on the cliffs.
The Green Turtles? Isn't that Red Turtles?
Maybe. But the Goombas walk off cliffs, too.
Whatever. Oh, okay. Never mind. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I just love that he says, look at that dumbass noob, always feeding. Such a, League of Legends term. Because you'll see later he has a lot of League of Legends characters in his comic, so I assume Laserbot just plays a lot of League of Legends. So that's the only video game characters in here, except for, well, we'll get to it. But, yeah, if you play League of Legends, I guess you've heard a lot of trolling, quote unquote. It's just an interesting
Well,
insight into Laserbot, where he, his experiences. Clearly, League of Legends. Clearly, DeviantArt.
I've heard League of Legends is. I've heard League of Legends is fucking toxic as shit. So
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I've only played a little bit. So starts getting trolled by George Washington and Butt Chin Troll, and then fucking Mario and Luigi walk in and fucking base Mario and Luigi. Just absolutely fucking smash this guy. Luigi jumps up and fucking smashes his head brutally, violently. His fucking brain pops out. Like, Jesus. And then Mario, the troll says, "You're one fat guy," which in this comic he's not even fat. Mario is not even fat, and it's been even in the games. He's in Mario Odyssey. Boy's fit. And
yeah, he's
Mario
fucking
just says,
almost barrel chested.
He is. He's like a powerlifter.
Yeah, strong man.
And he takes up his fucking big hammer and smashes him into one fucking pile.
I love that Mario and Luigi have no lines at all. They're just fucking.
I know, they're fucking machines.
Man with a mission.
They're like.
Yeah.
We see
Terminators.
We see somebody getting trolled, and he's not even our friend. It's a Goomba. It's our fucking sworn enemy.
Yeah.
But we're like,
yeah,
we will not have any fucking trolling in the Mushroom Kingdom. Instant fucking violent murder, and that's why Mario and Luigi are fucking based.
Yeah, but you know the theory that Mario is just a stage play, right?
Yeah, from Mario 3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Mario 3, is a stage play, and then Yoshi's Island as well. It's also a stage play.
Oh, really?
And Mario, and also Paper Mario is also a stage play.
Yeah, Paper Mario.
A lot of them are stage plays, I guess. I think there's more.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly Mario Sunshine as well.
Is it? I don't think
I don't
that's a
know.
stage
Like,
play.
it could be
I
that
think
all of them are stage plays. It's just that it's not as obvious all the time.
sure, they do point it out in a lot of them. I think Mario World as well. So stage play. Interesting.
Yeah. So, it could be they're just fucking harassing the co-actors.
Oh, this is a play going on, and Mario and Luigi are just fucking murder psychopaths.
Yeah. The trolls literally walked into the play to troll an actor,
Oh.
and they
Oh yeah.
and then Mario and Luigi just fucking fed up with it.
I guess thinking about it, that would make sense if most of the Mario games, because in like Mario Party and Mario, like Kart, they're all like good friends
Yeah.
and just having fun together. So I guess all the main games, it does make sense for them to be plays if you're gonna consider, you know, all the party games and all the Mario Soccer and Mario Tennis and all that canon. So it does make sense.
Yeah.
This has been Game Theory.
Now let's fucking Tails Get Trolled, dude.
Well, this is sadly the last page for Tails Gets Trolled. I just want to point out, or chapter 1, I guess, which is called Tails Gets Trolled. On the next episode, we'll get into chapter 2, Trolls Attack. But I just want to point out the first on the first page of the next chapter, because of the way this chapter ended, the first panel is just one panel of Mario's face, and then it instantly on the next panel says "Back to Tails." So you're like, why did you have this fucking page at the end of chapter 1? Wasn't that the first page for chapter 2? But you gotta have 21 pages every single chapter, so you'll get a lot of that with the chapters, which I love. I love Tails Gets Trolled. And I'm excited to go on this journey, go through every single chapter of this epic comic, and review them, just like we did this one. Any lasting comments on chapter 1?
I mean, what is there not to say about chapter 1?
It is probably the most iconic chapter of Tails Gets Trolled.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody, Tails Gets Trolled was kind of a meme. It's been a meme for a while, and whenever people are like, "What is Tails Gets Trolled?" they usually just read the first chapter and they're like, "What the fuck?" But I feel bad for those people because they have no idea where this fucking gravy train is heading, and it's heading some fucking places.
It's going places totally fast.
Yeah, already in the second chapter it gets fucking wild, and that's only the second chapter. Out of fucking 24. Wait till you get to, because there was a big part. I don't remember. I think it was chapter like 18 or something, where he took like a year off and he returned to the comic with chapter 18, and that's where it gets really like fucking weird. But even before that, there's some other parts where it gets fucking weird. I'm thinking specifically the neutrals, which I don't think you've read, but once we get to the neutrals, you'll fucking know. Yeah.
Alright, so I just looked at the fucking, I just looked at like the fucking thumbnails for the different chapters, right?
Yeah.
Did the Tom name fucking stem from Tails Get Trolled?
Yes, and we'll get to that.
Holy shit! I did not fucking know!
In fact, multiple Tom memes steals from Tails Gets Trolled.
What?
So, Tom is a base fucking character, and fucking just look forward to this, because goddamn, this will be good.
Oh my god! I just saw it in chapter 9, I was like, no.
Yep.
No!
Yep.
That is such a fucking good... It's so well drawn, too. Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, lots of people just think it's from the actual cartoon. But it's Tails Gets Trolled, baby!
Oh my god. I love this so much.
And you'll love it even more next time when we do Chapter 2, Trolls Attack. I have been Chris from Expect Nothing, Get Less, the greatest YouTube channel on the YouTube.
And I've been Andre from Expect Nothing, Get Less, greatest YouTube channel on the tube of you.
as well as Obesus, the worst channel of the tube of tubes of fallopian tubes.
It's lying. It's actually the best channel. A channel full of bangers. Check it out. But also check out this podcast on iTunes. I guess we'll submit it.
Yeah. Are we actually gonna get a fucking podcast on iTunes?
Yes. Yes, we will. Which you're listening to it right now on iTunes.
That's not fucking happening. That's not happening.
And other podcasting apps. Spotify. Well, I don't know if Spotify. I think that's harder. But at least like Podbean and probably YouTube.